hysterical and crying. The officer heard the caller say, "Come help me, please," and where she was in the apartment. The officer made it to the 7th floor and observed a male standing in the hallway, packing and unpacking a bag. The officer received confirmation that the male was the defendant by the complainant, and the defendant ran into the apartment and locked the front residence door. The officer knocked multiple times and announced himself as police, and the complainant answered the door, crying, upset, and frightened. The officers instructed the complainant to walk outside, and she did as instructed, and the officer observed the defendant following behind the complainant. The officer grabbed the defendant as he was standing inside the apartment near the front door and pulled the defendant to the hallway and detained him. The defendant was informed that he was detained for family violence and continually tried to enter his apartment while being handcuffed. The defendant impeded the investigation by attempting to enter his apartment multiple times, and the defendant also impeded the investigation when the officers were escorting him to the patrol.
This is not just a warning, this is the judge laying down absolute authority. When you hear zero bond, that means no release, no second chances. The stakes instantly raised to maximum. Question is, will the defendant actually take this seriously?
Vehicle and refusing to get inside the vehicle. The officer asked the defendant to get inside the vehicle multiple times, but he refused, and the officer had to use force to get the defendant inside the vehicle. The complainant advised the defendant is her boyfriend and they have been in a relationship for 20 months. The complainant advised they do not live together and that they had both been drinking alcohol, and as a result of going to the Lincoln bar today, they were inside the suspect's vehicle when they were leaving the bar when the defendant began hitting on and flirting with other girls. The complainant advised the suspect was antagonizing deputies and security at the bar and driving around in circles at the bar, attempting to get the deputies to engage him in a fight. The complainant advised she informed the defendant that, she informed the defendant that she wanted him to stop flirting with and hitting on other girls, and the complainant advised that this made the defendant mad, and as a result, he pulled her by the hair inside the vehicle. The complainant advised she felt pain when the defendant pulled her by the hair.
Okay. I see that he has a prior same complaining witness.
Let me see, Your Honor.
It's from April of this year.
It is the same complainant, Your Honor.
Mr. Rodriguez Moreno, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you not to have any contact with this person whatsoever. Do you understand? If I find that you have contact, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public at all cost. Do you understand? If that means putting you in and making your bond high, I will do it in a heartbeat. I'm now placing a protective order on this person. She is now a protected individual. If you try to have contact with this person, if you try to use another person to try to have contact, if you threaten, if you harass, if you're in possession of a weapon, if you go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works, the state can and may file I want you to listen to me, and I want you to hear me loud, and I want you to hear me clear, Mr. Rodriguez Moreno, because if there's one person that will be at fault, it's because you didn't hear me sufficiently. Hear me now, because you will not get any more warnings. This protective order is going in place, and if you violate it one iota, the state can file additional charges on you, a violation of protective order. You violate those conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at zero bond. Zero bond, and I'll do it in a heartbeat to protect every single person.
Quick breakdown, these are misdemeanor charges, but don't let that fool you. Assault involving a family member changes everything legally. It can affect future sentencing, firearm rights, and even escalate penalties if repeated. And speaking of repeat, pay attention to what's coming next.
Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You're also not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're using, likewise, you will go in. I will revoke your bond. Do you understand? We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you first go to, do we have
I was going
protective
to ask
order?
if I can get a comment.
What do you do for a living?
Construction, I built and installed.
Okay, I need you to fill out an application. I don't know whether you qualify. Did I give you a free lawyer in April? I did. Now you're here. 5 months later, back, another charge, same complaining witness. I'll have you fill out an application. I'll take a look, but I want every single line filled out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm really, really happy that you're here. Thank you for coming.
No problem, no problem.
Really. You know, I think that it's a big feat that you're even here because in times past, yeah. So I'm really happy that you're here. Come back. Good things happen, Ms. Mireles, when you come back. We're not, you know, we're not bad people, I swear.
Thank
You know? So what's going on now?
He picked up this evading. They're waiting for discovery on it before they make an offer. They want to look at discovery before they make an offer.
Is discovery complete?
We're still waiting on body cam and dash, Your Honor.
Okay, I mean, it's only 50 days old. Where are you living? What are you doing with yourself these days?
This is the turning point right here. What starts as a night out turns into a criminal case, alcohol jealousy, and escalation, and legally even something like pulling hair if it causes pain can qualify as assault. But hey, Race, the bigger issue, this isn't the first time.
I'm still staying with kind of in between shelter, and then I'm also on the street a little bit. But
No, how do we get you off the street?
hard. I went to the McCott houses, and I went there, and it was very strange because with the paperwork and everything that I had to deal with, it was hard to explain. They told me I was going to one house, but I ended up going to another house, which was complete opposite of what they had said that I would be going to. The conditions were much worse than I had expected, and it just
Shatoria, what can we do to help Mr. Mireles as far as housing? Do we have?
I have some referral. I can see what he qualifies.
He's gonna qualify for the TAP funding. I mean, there's no doubt. We've got a list of places. Do you have a phone?
yeah, I run off Wi-Fi, but I do have one, so I call.
Do you have a phone? Okay, so there's a list of places that you can go there that, so what specifically can we do, Shatoria? Like housing wise?
I think they are. Somewhere else today.
Oh, well, no, but I mean, I know that you have stuff to do. I mean,
He can follow me back to the office and we have a social worker there.
wonderful. Do you mind doing that so we can find you a place to stay?
Yeah. If not today, I have to get her to the vet, and it's offered for free. She has to get her shots.
Whoa. I don't want, once you go, you're not coming.
This is as serious as it gets without a conviction, a protective order with zero tolerance, one message, one call, even being too close, and he's back in jail instantly. And hey, Race, the real question for you watching, do you think strict orders like this actually prevent repeat incidents or just delay them?
Coming back. You're here already. Just why don't you go talk to them?
If I miss her shots, but I'll go.
You get the shots later.
Yeah,
Okay? Whether you get it now, whether you get it in 4 hours, it's not gonna make a difference. You're already here.
I understand, yeah.
Really, we can try to find you a place to stay.
Okay.
Or would you prefer to stay on the street?
No, it's just, I don't know, I'm not so optimistic. I've tried several times, and
It's a lot with the initiative that the city of Houston is doing, getting the people off the street, shelters are filling up.
I just kind of gave up hope with getting help.
Don't give up hope. Never give up hope. There's always something out there. We can always find you something. It's you gotta want it though.
Yeah,
Right.
I do really want to.
And stay with Lori. Let me get you over there today. I mean, I'm happy that you're here. No one's gonna do anything to your bond. Just keep coming back and good things will happen. The only other thing I'm gonna ask you to do is stay in touch with Lori,
Oh,
okay? Whether it's via email, whether it's phone, however it may be.
yeah.
You know, when you do that, good things will happen. Unfortunately, we can't do anything with your case today because they don't have any evidence. Can you get it as quick as possible, Alex,
Yes, Your
please?
Honor, we can reach out and get an escalation, Your Honor.
Please,
Yes, Your
you
Honor.
know, time is of the essence.
Yes, Judge.
So why don't we pick a court date now, so he knows when our next setting is? Okay. Please go with them, all right?
Okay, well, yeah.
Come on, good things happen.